Hi guys, Jimmy here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe, had a great weekend and looking forward to the week ahead. So I got lucky. I got two special editions that were delivered early to me. So recently, Hammer have been releasing some of their back catalogues themselves, and now Studio Canal are also going to be releasing some classic Hammer films. And the two that they've started off with are Scars of Dracula, which I'm going to be doing a vlog on today, and then also maybe Thursday I'll do The Horror of Frankenstein. Both editions are priced at £34.99. They're released on Monday the 24th of November. I'll leave Amazon, Zavi and HMV links in the description below. Now, we've been treated to some new artwork. Now, the artwork is done by an artist called Johnny Dombrowski. If I've said that name wrong, I'm sorry. You know what I'm like sometimes. But yeah, the artist for the new artwork is Johnny Dombrowski, and I must say it's absolutely stunning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my red background out, which is quite apt for Dracula, and I'm going to show you this in a bit more detail because it's a nice matte finish. You've got some spot glossing on the Dracula part. Now, inside this edition, you get two posters, single posters, not double-sided. So they've not done what some companies do, which is put one poster with double-sided, so you have to flip it around. They've actually done two separate posters, which I think is really, really nice. New artwork and the older original artwork. You get a digipack of the 4K and also the Blu-ray, and then you get a 64-page booklet with writing about the film, cast and crew and various bits in there. Now, what I like about this edition is the 4K Blu-ray disc and the Blu-ray player have the exact same features on them. So if you don't have a 4K player, don't worry, you're still going to get the exact same features that's on the 4K, so you won't lose out there. As I do the vlog, I might put up a few little screenshots of various things about the special features. Now, I watched Scars of Dracula last night, and I must say, I was shocked. There are some scenes in this. There's 4 or 5 scenes, and I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. They are quite graphic. When I think about when they were made, but yeah, there was a few scenes in there that made me think, okay, I wasn't expecting that. The 4K transfer is fantastic. I must say, I was so impressed by it. You've got the lining of Dracula's cloak, and the reds just come straight through. There's various scenes in one of the bedrooms, shall we say, and you see the red candles, the wax dripping down off it. He's about to prey on one of his victims, and you see the veins in his eyes go red, and it all really, really, really pops so well. There's various scenes outside as well of the forest at night time and in the daytime, and everything is just really, really clear. I was surprised how well they've managed to do the 4K transfer of this film. Absolutely spot on. As Dracula's fifth outing, Christopher Lee's fifth outing as Dracula. In fact, it wouldn't be a vlog if I didn't make a mistake. You know what I'm like. And I was really impressed with it. It's been over 20 years since I've seen a Dracula film, and my gosh, now I've got the bug to go and watch more. Now, what impressed me the most about this film is, well, one of the things that impressed me is there's a young Dennis Waterman in there. Now, if you're of a certain vintage like me, you remember Minder and how he used to keep Arthur Daly out of trouble. In this film, he gets into a bit of fisticuffs, shall we say, in one of the local inns. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's going to be coming very handy for later on in your career when you're starring in Minder, which was so funny. But he's so different in this. His acting and his accent is really, really different, but he's absolutely spot on in it. Yeah, it was a great watch last night. And I've thought to myself, I can't believe it's been so long since I've watched a Dracula film. Enough of me going on. Let's get on to part 2 of this, and I'll show you more detail what you get inside this edition of Scars of Dracula. Okay guys, so here's a closer look at Scars of Dracula. As I said, I'll do The Horror of Frankenstein on Thursday. So let's just take this up here, and then you can see you've got your spot glossing where it says Scars of Dracula, and also on the crew, the cast members rather. And then when the film opens up, you've got Dracula's ashes on a bed. Then a bat comes in and drips blood onto his ashes, and then he starts to become Dracula again. But I do like the artwork on this. I think the artwork is really nice. There's your side spine, and then there's the reverse. And I'll just zoom in on that so you can see the details. All the special features. So the special features on both discs are really, really good. Actually, I was watching a few of them last night, especially the picture gallery, the stills. The 4K, as I said, was I just thought was fantastic. And I do like that they've put the exact same on both discs, so you don't miss out if you don't have the 4K player. So open it up, and what we got inside. So we've got a 64-page booklet, and it's got some new artwork in there. And then you've got your contents there. So you've got the cast and you've got crew. And then you've got some information as we go through it as well. The very devil himself, the legacy of Scars of Dracula. And it's an interesting read as well. I was having a little flick through it last night. A young Dennis Waterman there with his lady. But this is a nice little interesting read. You've got, if I go through the back, from the back it flips better, doesn't it? You've got some original press ads there, which is really nice. I do like those old school. And then you've got stills from the film, and you've got various information about the cast and the crew. Lots of, as I said, lots of stills from the film, which is really nice. Got original poster artwork there. Yeah, great artwork on this, great artwork. Sorry, flipping through this a bit too fast. That's when his eyes, that's when he starts to see his prey. But yeah, really nice booklet. I was very impressed with that. And then we've got the digipack that it all comes in. And again, you've got the new artwork on here. And I think it's better if I turn it sideways. We can fit it all in. Yep, we can. But I'm just so impressed with the detail on this artwork. Really nice. And then when we flip it over, you've got new artwork on both discs on the front. Pop that to one side. And you've got the three main characters of the film here. So again, the detail here, just to put the three main characters on the inside. And again, in the background, you've got the new artwork on there as well. So it's just the little touches that really finish this off. Now we've got two posters, and I'm just going to pause for a second and get these posters out so you can see them in their full glory. It's nice. The paper's nice and heavy. It's a nice grammed paper, and the artwork on the original poster and the new one is fantastic. So let me just fold them out. And there you go. So I did actually frame this one earlier on, but I've taken it back out of the frame just to show you in a bit more detail. But I'd say this new artwork is just absolutely fantastic, if you ask me. It's the artwork that's on the front cover. But yeah, I don't mind having it doubled up here. I just think it's brilliant. And then underneath it, we've got the original artwork poster. So as I was saying earlier on, single-sided, but they've given you two posters, which again, it's a small touch rather than just trying to save, yeah, let's do two separate posters. And that way, if you want, you can hang both of them. This was the original artwork. I absolutely think this is fantastic. Just really, really nice detail. And that was my unboxing, guys. Any questions, let me know. As I've said, I've left links in the description below. And then on Thursday, I'll do the unboxing of The Horror of Frankenstein. Take care, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you real soon on my next vlog.